Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Pisces. So Pisces, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you'll see are from this deck. So Pisces, it seems like you're not exactly where you want to be or where you feel like you can be, where your potential lies. So I feel like there is this discomfort really that is building up because it's being amplified because of a relationship, or it's just being highlighted in that relationship. And I feel like that is kind of like this like the last drop of like consciousness that you like, that makes you sure that you want to claim your independence, that you want to claim your own space. So there is this it's like there's something that is really, really bothering you, and it has to do with where you're at, because we're starting with a 5, but it's the 5 of Swords. And what I heard with this card was, not really where you want to be, right? So there is this dissatisfaction, or this sense of like not really wanting to settle down, right? It's like you're not making any effort to place your roots in that specific place, in that specific relationship, because the 2 of Cups is coming next. So before this card, I was just feeling the discomfort, right? It was kind of like this overall all-encompassing discomfort, right? So everything around you not being exactly as you wanted. But with the 2 of Cups, this card was pointing specifically either the source of this discontent or this discomfort, or like the reflection, right? How you see yourself in an unpleasant reality, right? Like this uncomfortable way of living, because there's something that was supposed to be comfortable, that was supposed to be pleasant, very nourishing, very uplifting and loving and kind. And it's not that it's not that, it's just that there is something that is very spiky, right? These spikes from the arrows and the swords. So there's something, Pisces, that I feel like it's not really connected to the person per se, right? It's not that, your partner or your ex-partner or, whomever is the other in this 2 of Cups. It's not about them, it's about you, right? That is so cliche, I know, but it's exactly how I'm seeing this, because the 5s to me talk about self, and the 5 of Swords in this case, when you cannot settle down in one place, right? It's like you're trying to sit down on a chair or, anywhere, and there's something that is bothering you, right? It's like you cannot find your place. It's like you cannot, it's like there is this strange feeling of not being able to just relax, right? And maybe you want to enjoy this relationship. Maybe you want to feel the love that they're offering, and maybe you want to also offer that back. But for some reason, it feels like you want some time for yourself, some time of independence with the 9 of Pentacles. That's exactly what I heard, right? Independence, like claiming your independence. It's interesting because traditionally, right, these 2 cards couldn't be more opposite. The 2 of Cups, like the partnership, the connection, this relationship. The 9 of Pentacles, it's like, well, the word that is coming through is like, it's solitude. Because that's the thing, it's like, it's not that you don't want to be in partnership. It's just that you need to be more sure of yourself, of your own sovereignty, of your own path, right? Maybe you have to work on yourself, right? To find your own, because to me, the 5 of Pentacles brings the word integrity, but today the integrity word is with the 9 of Pentacles instead of the 5, because it's almost like you want more than just the 5 of Pentacles to feel like you are your own being, right? It's like your own sovereign, independent being. It's like you need more than just it's almost like you want it's like you want abundance in a sense, right? You want, it's like you know that you deserve more. So I feel like it's almost like you don't want, okay, so that's the thing. It's not that you're going to dump whomever is with you, right? It's not about splitting or separating. I don't see that necessarily. If that's the case, it could be just temporary so that you figure things out for yourself, so that you don't build this relationship based on codependency. You see what I mean? And that's the reason why I feel like you cannot settle down, because it's almost like you haven't yet figured out exactly what you want. It's like what you know for sure is that this is not what you want, right? So it's almost like you need more resources to figure out that, or you need to work for that. It's like you want to claim your independence so that so that your desires and your needs are not mixed up with the other person's desires and needs and wishes and all of that, right? So there is discomfort, and I feel like the discomfort is mostly because things are not going in a pace that you wish they were, because the Knight of Pentacles is here. And what this was talking about is that, you know, that phrase, I don't know exactly if in English it's the same way, but I'm going to try to translate it. When you are together with somebody, you can go farther. But if you go alone, you can go faster. And this is your intent, right? It's like to go by yourself, right? To focus in your own career, in your own financial independence, whatever the Nine of Pentacles is for you, right? It's like the sense of integrity, but it's like amplified, right? It's not just integrity of self. It's almost like it's like you want to pave that road for yourself, right? It's like you don't want to be dependent, right? You want to be independent. And it's not the emotional independence that I'm seeing, right? It's mostly like on practical terms. But you figure out that, and this might be still like, you know, you haven't really understood what is the source of this slow pace of the Knight of Pentacles, because I feel like there is still like their energy is pretty much, you know, intertwined with yours. It's like, yes, your desire is to claim your own independence, but I feel like you haven't experimented with that in like in a financial way, in a practical way, like in a real, you know, direct experience. So I feel like it's like you haven't really figured out, although I feel like you are pointing to the relationship as the source of, well, discomfort, right? It was already here, but also in terms of slowing you down, slowing your progress, or slowing how you choose to pave this road, right? It's like the path that you're choosing, or the projects that you're choosing, or like, you know, focusing on your career. Maybe it's just that, right? It's like maybe right now you need to focus on something practical that you need to take care, like, you know, be completely dedicated to this. So it's almost like you cannot give this person's attention, or, you know, a lot of your time, or, you know, and it's not that you're not grateful, right? It's almost like maybe they are understanding, but I'm just wondering whether or not you have told them this, because I feel like they're pretty much intertwined still. And that's the reason why for you it has this feeling of things not moving in the pace that you wish they were, right? Because it's like if you're claiming your independence, and that it's like, and there is, you know, somebody there with you, it's like the independence is not yet fulfilled. And so it's always something that is, you know, about to come and it's not coming, about to come and then it's not coming. So it's slower, right? It's slower than you desired. And so I feel like there is kind of like this internal conflict that starts to stir up within you with another five, right? The Five of Wands. So I feel like this may come as like irritation or anger or impatience. right? Because here it was just this discomfort or this sensation that, you know, you aren't exactly where you want to be. But with the Five of Wands, it's almost like, you know, in order to change things because things are not moving in the same way that you wished or in the direction that you would like, because, you know, maybe there's somebody that wants to go with you, but it's like you're stating to them, right, this is you affirming that you need to go on your own, and here they are still there by your side saying that, you know, they love you, they want to come with you. But again, going back to that phrase, right, it's like alone you can go fast, but if you go, you know, with somebody else, it's like you can go farther. And I feel like right now, Pisces, you're not interested in going farther. It's like you're just interested in taking this off the ground, right? It's like you want to manifest this. It's like you want to see results fast, or at least you want to just see like this taking shape, right? Coming to life, like seeing some sort of outcome, right, of your, at least like the first signs of independence, right? And I feel like because you don't, it's like you start to become a little bit impatient, a little bit agitated, a little bit angry, really, right? And it's like this internal conflict, because if here it was bearable, right, tolerable, it's like if you were, you know, trying to, you know, find your place, and then you would try something else, you know, trying just to adjust yourself to that situation, but it would, you know, be itchy and not comfortable at all. The slower it looks like, it's like the more impatient you become, right? Because I feel like, Pisces, you do see potential, you do see how it's like how you have room for growth, right? And even in terms of this financial opportunities, financial independence, right? Because it's like if you're going slow so far, but maybe you do want to go faster, right? To see the first results, because you know the potential that you have, right? This King of Pentacles was showing me your talents, right? Your skills, your abilities, your knowledge, everything that you know that you have that is incredibly valuable, that maybe you can even monetize, right? That you can make a living, right, for yourself. But it's almost like if you have somebody there by your side, it's like you won't see the signs of growth, right? So I feel like that's really taking a toll on you, because you have this internal fight going on, right? The Five of Wands is the card of conflict. But I feel like because the Knight and then the King is, you know, representing both stages of your development or your success, perhaps, right? And it is like, you know, a considerable growth, right? It's like because you know that, and it's almost like you know that there is this splinter in between, and you know, the splinter is your own anger, is your own impatience, but how to go around it, right? It's like that's, you know, something that you might be trying to figure out yourself, because I feel like you are just focusing right now in the things that are tangible, right? The things that are practical, like the pentacle realm, right? Material things, you know, bills and, you know, projects and all of that, which is very enriching, right? It's like you know that is going to pay off. But the emotional side, and maybe it's because you do have a great relationship with this person, right? Maybe you do have, you know, an awesome connection with this person. And it's like you're impatient because maybe you're angry about yourself, right? Maybe you wish you didn't have this feeling of wanting to claim your independence right now, since you have found like this great partner, right? But because you see the value in the things that you still want to conquer, that you still want to accomplish, because you haven't yet started, right? It feels like here you're being cut short, right? It's like your talents haven't been used to the full potential, right? And talking about potential, we're ending here with the Ace of Wands, right? This is where it begins, because it's almost like here you're tied, right? There are strings attaching you to a specific place, to a specific location, to a specific relationship, right? To me, the fives, they talk about the X on the map, right? But in this case, because it's like, it's coming from the sword suit and then the wand suit, it's like, you know, air and fire. And it's very dynamic, but also very not tangible at all, right? And it seems like your focus right now is on the material, is on, you know, taking care of your stuff, right? Your physical stuff, your well-being in terms of, you know, this physical reality. So again, it's meant to be a sustainable path. And that's the reason why you feel like you cannot stay as the five, right? Or as the knight, right? It's almost like it's cutting you short, right? It's preventing you to really grow to the potential that you know that you have, because it's like, it's something very inspiring, right? And it's like you have to use your creativity, but it's like you need freedom essentially, right? Again, you need your independence, because here it's like there are still strings attaching you to this specific settlement that you don't feel comfortable settling down, right? And again, I want to emphasize, it's not about the person, but the person is a reflection of discomfort, right? So it's about you, it's about your progress, it's about your potential, it's about what you have inside that is wanting to burst through, and you haven't even scratched the surface, right? It's like, here you are in an amazing, perhaps an amazing relationship, right? With a person maybe that you have, you know, always wanted, but the circumstances are cutting you short, are like, you know, just taking you halfway, right? And you want something that is, you know, it's like it's more sustainable, or it's just more, right? It's like maybe something that is more expensive, something that is more ambitious even. And I feel like you, because you know that what you have inside, it's like if you explore this with this anger that is coming from, you know, this discomfort. So it's almost like if you don't pay attention to this initial discomfort, it becomes this growing anger and rage and impatience, right? So it's like maybe you're going to become a little bit more aggressive or a little bit more reactive, right? Instead of, you know, creative, right? So it's almost like changing the same potential, the same energy, but it's like because you feel tied, because you feel like you're being limited, it's like you become, it's like you know that you're not using your talents, your resources, your knowledge, everything that it's valuable, right? Within. It's like you know that it's not being used to the fullest potential, to this maximum potential, right? Because you haven't really explored it with freedom and independence, right? So it's almost like you know that this path is one that promises independence and, you know, maybe even financial independence, so that you can get to explore your full potential with creativity. So it's almost like one bouncing off the other, but it's only if you get rid of these strings that are attaching you to one place. And it feels like, you know, this one place is like just, you know, a stepping stone to where you're going, but it's like it's almost like it's going to make you feel not good about yourself. I'm trying to see how I can phrase this sensation that I'm having. It's like this, it's not just discomfort, it's like disappointment in yourself for not fulfilling something that you know that you have the gut for it, you have the inspiration, you have, you know what I mean? I hope that makes sense, Pisces. I am going to pull more cards for you to see where this wants to go, and also I'm going to pull from the astrological runes that I didn't get, but it's right over there. So if you want to join me in the extended reading, I'll be very happy to see you there. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.